Altogether, as I can see, the participants, we have 253 parents. It's so amazing. So welcome to our Q&A session for the parents category.
I am
Divine Bandari, BFD coordinator from Nepal and a mother of 3 boys.
And I am Edita, Blessed Children Department in Thailand, and a mother of 2 daughters and 1 son. So we are your facilitators for this breakout session. So today we are very honored to have the beloved parents of Ken Schmittat. They are none other than the ever young in spirit, Mr. Peter and Mrs. Masumi Schmittat. Please say hi to everyone, Mr. and Mrs. Schmittat.
Hi.
Hi. Okay. And also we have here with us the beloved parents of Yasun Vergara, Yashiro. So they are none other than the very dynamic leader, Mr. Jaime and Mrs. Shirley Vergara. Please say hi.
Hello.
Hello.
So Mr. and Mrs. Schmittat and Mr. and Mrs. Vergara, we are so thankful for joining us today. Please be with us and stay with us.
All right, so we have compiled some questions from the participants concerning about the parenting styles in raising second gens and about matching and blessing process of blessed children. And we will ask these questions to both parents. So hopefully this will clear out some of your questions. We hope that this can be a casual session where everyone can feel comfortable and that all parents can learn a lot from your answers and experiences of Ken and Yuson's parents.
Yes, that's right. As we have children quickly growing, I'm really excited to hear from Mr. and Mrs. Peter Schmittat and Mr. and Mrs. Jaime Vergara would give answers to these questions, as we have today some really meaningful and very deep questions about raising second gens and about matching and blessing communication process. Whether your children are young or whether they are already in the age to prepare for the matching or blessing, or have already begun the process of matching, we are really sure that these questions would really questions that every parents would ask or have. So we hope that you can pay close attention to their answers. And also please be reminded that this group is for parents. And if you belong to second gen or young group, please click the new Zoom link provided in the chat box.
So, all right. After listening to the sharing of our young parents in the previous session, I'm very sure that you are all very inspired and are eager to know the secrets on how their parents raised them to be a responsible leaders and great in building a family as we see them today. So am I. I'm very excited to know. So without further ado, we will proceed to the first question. So as children are unique in many ways, I'd like to ask Mr. and Mrs. Peter and Masumi-san, what did you apply in parenting your children? Which are effective and which are the things that are not effective?
Okay, good evening. Thank you for inviting us. And actually, we are very grateful to be the mission field. Because of this public mission, our family life itself and the mission is completely one, not separated.
I think you are muted. please unmute yourself.
Okay.
Masumi-san.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we can hear you.
Yes. I did not pay enough attention for the children education because our mission in Cambodia to be to keep public mission itself is already challenging for us because we have never been in the leading position, and then how to witness, how to establish the church itself in Cambodia is the main thing. So, but I have the passion to testify to the parents, and then through parents' guidance in the everything tradition, we have to just follow this tradition is for me a spiritual safety. I feel always more peaceful. So just follow through parent tradition, therefore the fundoke, or when children small, for example, Sunday morning, 5 o'clock, everybody, even very small children, go greeting, offer furubao, and then kajon mense, and then after reading father's words, and then we prepare very small sweet and eating together, and then this kind of tradition is very important. And then I could do that because not only my children also have to guide our members. Therefore, to be the public mission is a very already blessing. It is a very good spiritual environment, I think. Is it okay?
Yes, thank you very much, Masumi-san. And yeah, I'm so moved as me myself as well. We stay as a full-time and we lead the National Training Center here in Nepal. And thank you for sharing us that the True Parents tradition itself is already a very effective parenting style. As we hear a while ago, Brother Ken, he really testified that my parents, my mother is really the one who gave such kind of inspiration as well for him to really believe in heavenly parents and true parents. Thank you very much. And so I believe Kuya Jaime and Ate Shirley would also give an additional answer to the question. Yes, there you go. Welcome po.
Good evening to everyone, and
Good
hello.
evening.
Nice to see all of you. I'm so happy
Good evening.
with this kind of platform. We can immediately communicate with one another, and so happy and very proud that our blessed family have made this kind of initiative whereby we can be a part of the education of our second generation and also for our first generation as well. Now, with the question, what did we apply in raising up our children, and what are the things that are good and not are good? Yeah, I really agree with Masami-san, Masumi-san, because we are both missionaries. We really live in our life for mission life, and it's not easy to raise up, especially our second generation, because we thought that when we have to raise up our second generation, since we are members and we are full-time, we thought that we just follow our footsteps, like they have to go through also the same like a missionary. But we did not realize that of course, we know that they are very precious. They are sons and daughters of true parents, a heavenly parent. But we neglect also our portion of responsibility and giving them time. So I think uh, what we try to do is that we try to inculcate in them what the divine principle. We always say this is divine principle. This is true parents' way. So, but we never realize that they are not in the same level that we are. We thought what we try to do is that we put them uh, at the same time in our own shoes, whereby actually we are supposed to be the one to somehow adjust. They should not be the one to adjust for us, but we should be the one. Like someone told us a while ago, if we have to educate our children, first and foremost is that first it should come from us. It should start from us. That we have to love them first. We have to respect them. We have to you have to show our affection first to them. It is not just talking to them about the principle. And I came to realize this very importantly, that it's really very true that in spite of we are very busy, as we always say, because of our mission, but I think we always have to give time. I think time is very important. That's why when we came to realize this, every time our daughter always asks us, "Are you busy? Do you have time?" And I came to understand that, oh, I now, then even though we are so busy, I try to, set aside, we are not busy, even though we are busy, but the moment that she asks us, are you busy? Do you have time? Do you have schedule? Immediately I understand, she needs time. She needs something. So I immediately have to set aside what is that? And then to give that attention to her. So this is one way how we have guided her, and I know still we have not fully give our whole heart in raising up her. Still, I know we should have did more better than she have expected from us. But I can see now that she has already grown up, and I hope with this, especially guiding and also together, living together now with our second generation, and she has also many brothers and sisters in the community, then I hope already her heart have already grown up. So with that, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much for your inspiring and insightful answers. I hope that our parents can really learn a lot from you. So our next question is things we teach to our children. And I would like to ask first Kuya Jimmy and Ate Shirley to answer this. So the question is, in teaching your children, what was the most thing that you concern about? When you teach your children, what was most you concerned to teach your child? I mean, yes, soon, only one.
Only one.
Auntie Shirley.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for inviting us
Good
here.
evening,
Good evening,
Ate.
Actually, when Yusun was still young, because she's the only one we have. We don't have many children. Our children are the brothers and sisters. So, as someone said this evening, and also I feel so very sorry for that, because we did not really focus our attention to our daughter, but we focus more on the public and mission. So I think, but yes, soon I really appreciate her so much, because she herself educated by through our brothers and sisters. Our concern is just she when she grow up, will she become like us, who can truly love God and true parents more than anybody else, more public life, But I think yes, and now is more public than us, more better than us, because she serves so many people. And I was so happy about her because she is really very, very public. She even told me, Mama, you said this is for public, so let's do like this. So she's really public person. And I really appreciate her so much because everything that we sacrifices, actually she's the one who were blessed by God, even directly going to Chunjunggong, serving the international headquarters for a years, and serving the BFD, sometimes international BFD, serving Chungpyong also. She also stayed there. So I think our wish and our desire for her really become true, because we understood that when we do things for God, everything will return to us also same. According to Dr. Young always, and also our true father, that when you do things even just once, it will come back to you hundreds or thousand times. So I think it comes back to us 1,000 times, because now we have a very good son-in-law and also very cute grandson. So I think God returned everything to us more than what we expected. That Yesun will be really become a person who can become the true daughter of God. And now I hope she can continue to do this public life, and choosing her much and bless our son-in-law. Also in our mind, before, we want to have a son-in-law that is a public, who has a public minded person. And I am very grateful to Tita Hara also, who help us to really find that kind of person. And I'm very grateful also this time because she's now a Chunbo couple. So we are very grateful that we have now Connie also. Anyway, thank you very much for
Thank
inviting
you,
us
Ate
again.
Shirley. Thank you so much. So, dream came true, Ate Shirley, because he is and now is working for the public, and she is really working so hard. I remember when I have time with Yesun when she was just 8 years old, together when we were in the center, and I really see how Kuya Jimmy and Ate educate her well. So thank you, and I would like to ask Masumi-san if you can add more. What is that thing you are concerned so much about your children? Yes.
Hello? Do you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Hmm. As I mentioned, once we came to Cambodia, my mindset was very sorry to our children. Somehow, our priority should not be our children. Of course, I care. I wish they can have a good education, many experience. But in Cambodia, when we arrived there, it was still very dangerous. Everything very much limited. So therefore, once we decided to go to Cambodia, already somehow we have to give up. Sorry, I cannot offer the good education in many secular world way. We cannot expect. So, but we believe when we work for the God's providence, what God's true parents need, even God can guide. This is our belief. And then, so I just, always just testify through parents, and then providence, and then minimum good health as well. Also, I try not to go to secular world, but our children have no other second generation. So therefore, our members in the center is somehow their elder brothers and sisters. So, yeah. I didn't, I rely on really God. I believe, there is no other way to follow through parents' words. And then I don't have any special other confidence except through parents. So then, many things before about education. Once we arrived at Cambodia, our concept about education, secular academic standards, we cannot expect anything. So therefore, I expected to come to mission nation to learn other language culture is already good education. So at least they can learn also other languages and then understand other cultures. This is already good education. So I just rely on, okay, this is actually good for you. And I did not say that to them, but this is because we could not offer good environment. But I believed, yes. So I really see what we offer, but return, really, God give us more fortune or good things more than we offer. So I feel always children education. I cannot share anything, actually in the society, many good parents really invest in guiding how to educate, how to understand their heart. Actually, I could not do that because my main concern was how to maintain our mission in Cambodia. And then I was always just grateful for my husband always alone in Germany to support. And then I believe that this should be the foundation God can protect our children. Okay.
Thank you very much, Masumi-san. And we can see both parents here. They are really, really sacrificial, and their sacrifices paid off because, as Ate Shirley said, it came back 1,000 times blessing to their daughter. Their sacrifices really paid off, and we want to say congratulations to Kuya Jaime and Ate Shirley. Many congratulations because you become the Chonbo couple, and also Yusun at the same time, and you have your greatest grandson. So many
Also with
congratulations.
Masumi-san, also with
Yes.
their Sunbu couple also.
Yes, and with Masumi-san and Mr. Peterson, thank you so much because we can see and we can feel how much you are united, though you are very far with each other, and just thinking the right way of only thinking how to make true parents proud. And now we can see that your son is also a very successful one. And even thinking that learning other culture is actually a good education already itself. So not just your own culture, but even other culture. And this is the way we could be able to witness and care more a lot of people to bring these people, all these people to go back to God's bosom. And thank you very much for that very wonderful sharing to us. So moving on, as we are parents and life just don't go smoothly, and our children's life while growing have many rough ages, whether high and lows, simple to complicated. Mr. and Mrs. Masumi-san, Mr. Peter, Mrs. Masumi-san, how could you handle the problems encountered by your sons and daughters, by your children?
Yeah, my first belief is also champion. I had difficulties with my first son, and then I tried to guide him, but he didn't listen. Then I got the limitation. I cannot really solve. Even I tried to pray, but no clear answer. So I went to Champion to bring my son and to find the solutions. I think 2 times I went there. And then the answer, I mean, my son found the answer by himself, and to find the friends, second generation friends in America. And he decided by himself without no financial foundation. He decided to move to America to live together with other second generation, study together. So then he really become responsible, independent leader, the son. And then, so this was, when I have the difficulties, I rely on, again, only to parents. I could not have any, the solution. And then in Champion, I could find the answer, but he could find the answer. So therefore, I always believe God and true parents actually prepare everything. Just we need to ask. We need to ask what we cannot do, what is my difficulties and then limitation. And then when our desire or sincerity really reach, then God to give the answer. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Masumi-san. And we truly can see that your life of faith towards heaven, towards Heavenly Parent and true parents are the sole guiding ways on even parenting your children, and also at the same time solving these difficulties and struggles of your children. We can see that strong belief to Heavenly Parents and true parents and the tradition, and even Changpyeong is really a miracle to solve these problems. So also, thank you very much for sharing that one. And I'd like to ask also Kuya Jamie, if you could be able to add more about this question.
Yeah, again, thank you so much. So how we were able to handle the problem with our daughter. Actually, why our children have problem is because we are the problem.
Yes.
Parents have problems, so that's why we create the problem for our children. But anyway, as we try to handle, because of course, well, now I really appreciate, now I can even admire more. Like, wow, Samonim has the wisdom, like Dr. Yong. in guiding our second generation. Because as she said a while ago, that children are supposed to give 100% love, but because still they are baby, they have to grow up, they have to go through, time process, time period, in whereby that should be the time for parents to properly guide our children. And we were not able to do that. That's why they create this kind of problem, not only for themselves, but also for others. But the way how we are able to handle is, we always say, we have to go through divine principle lecture. We always push them to attend seminars like that. That's why when she was still young, every time there's a seminar, like 7 days or 21 days, as long as there's seminar, divine principle, we asked her always to go and then attend the seminar. But of course, it is not the whole way on how to resolve this problem, but it always have to come to us. Especially parents always have to have time and to have attention, giving attention and giving them, more important is the relationship. It is not just because it's not an excuse. It is an excuse that because we are leader, we are full-time, we are very busy, but oftentimes it's always to have that kind of relationship. So even there was a time also that we sent her to Chongpyong. Actually, she attended like
340 days.
340 days in Chongpyong, because we believe that this is one way on how we have to guide her spiritually. And then at least with that kind of participation and attending the workshop in Chongpyong, it helps also for her to grow. But at any rate, still, I think I came to realize that still the big portion of responsibility still not depend on the church, but it depends on us as parents still. How we have to take care, how to, have to follow the growth of our children until they can really stand and can be responsible. So that's how we try to handle when we encounter problem with her. So with that, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for sharing your parenting ways and style. So let's move on. The next question is about matching and blessing of second generation. So as we know, when we as parents see our children growing and also almost or already time to get matched or get blessed, according to your experience, for Kuya Jimmy and Ate Shirley first, what is the best way to encourage second generation to join the matching or blessing? This for Kuya Jimmy and Ate Shirley. What is
Ate
the
Shirley.
best
Good
way?
evening again, everyone. For our experience with our daughter, I think we let her attend a blessing seminar so that she will understand more about blessing. And of course, actually, when she is still young, she knows about blessing already because after attending so many seminars of 21 days, I cannot count anymore because every 21 days in the Philippines, especially when we are in the training center, she always attend seminars. And somehow, sometimes she also become, she gives some lectures. So I think she really understood about blessing. And then our preparation actually is not that simple also because she said she wants to attend first 340 days in Chongpyong before she will be matched. And then we also ourselves makes a condition, bowing condition for 40 days and then praying condition and sometimes meal condition. So we prepared her like that and she joined us in our condition. whenever we do some condition, she also join us in our condition. Actually, Yesun is like a very filial daughter to us. She always she when we told her to do something, she will really follow. That is Yesun. So I think we prepared her blessing and letting her know about the value of the blessing and let her understand through also many seminars that she joined. She joined actually so many seminars. That's why maybe she she really understood what is blessing. But for second generation, I think yeah, most important is we need to know our identity as second gen first. And after we know our identity as second gen, then we can appreciate the meaning of the blessing. That the blessing is the most important in our life, so that we can, as divine principle always tell us, that if only men and there's no woman, and if there only woman and there's no man, we cannot really meet God. We can meet God when a man and woman unite each other. So I think it's education, more in education and guiding them. And also I really appreciate also my husband, because she always, she hasn't said, I want to have a husband like my father. So I think very important to show some the value of the blessing, how her father really appreciate the blessing. So after we start family and we have daughter, and then I think Yeson really admire her father. That's why she loved the blessing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ate. That's very wonderful when she says, I want to have a husband like my father. That's so great.
Yes.
So I think blessing seminar is so very, very important and internal condition. That's what you prepared for, Yesun. So I would like to ask for the couple of Masumi-san to also add for add an insight. So how did you encourage your children to join the matching and eventually to the blessing?
Okay. The first blessing was with our first daughter. She grew up together with our member. She joined the first 7 days workshop in Cambodia together with Cambodians. And yeah, just like she's also one member, so she also joined fundraising, and then training course is following the pattern. So she also went to Thailand, Revan Pasit guided at that time, and then when through Father came, Cambodia, she also helped as an assistant. There's, yeah, she helped. She was also willingly helped. So she did quite a good public mission when she was young. And then I thought, because of this, she is already mature to receive blessing. So therefore, after that, the end of the year, through parents matching was there. So I sent her, and she was also ready, because at that time already she joined together with other members also about blessing workshop. I mean, this is I gave to our members. So I did not just only for our children, because of other members too. I have to also guide other members, and she just joined. And then more smoothly, she understood importance of the blessing or God's providence. So therefore, again, I'm grateful because of the mission, this environment created to more smoothly to follow through parents blessing.
Yeah, thank you so much for those wonderful sharing. Divine, you can move, can ask.
Yes. So moving on. So the next question is a little bit personal. So as we learn through workshop on how to prepare our children go through matching and blessing process, and we also hear guidance from Dr. Young that even when the baby is in the mother's womb, we must be already preparing them in the future to join the matching and blessing. So I'd like to ask Mr. Peterson, so what are the specific, how to say, preparations that you made in order to prepare your sons and daughters to join the matching and blessing?
Actually, this is, I talk about sexual education. So sexual education, I make clear this is the blessing, this is the purpose that God want to fulfill humans' desire to get love and to be loved. So I say this is God-given, and also through this we can fulfill God's idea or God's wish. So this means this is not only private matter, but the sexuality and meet another spouse is God-given holiness. And then I make it very clear that outside this sexuality is without God and without connection to heaven and vertical direction, is cannot get a blessing. And I say, okay, when you want to really have happiness and love, you need to connect this with the original purpose. So this comes from vertical direction, from parents, grandparents, and from God. So I say, love belongs to God. And when you really want to be get this love with your spouse, then you have to find the way to go to heaven together. Maybe this was education. Actually, education about sexuality. What is sexuality? What is the purpose of sexuality? What is the purpose of meeting one partner?
Yes. Thank you very much, Mr.
Yes.
Peterson. So actually, we really are running out of time and we still have a lot of questions to answer. And yeah, thank you very much, because actually I was like kind of thinking like conditions, something like how to say full vows and prayers and these things, but actually the very important thing, listening from Peterson um, answer from this question, is truly very, very important to make our blessed children to really keep the purity. And once they are already on that point where they have to consume that God's love, then they have to do it according to God's plan. And thank you so much for sharing that. And next, Ate Edita.
Okay, thank you. So for the next question, I would like to ask Kuya Jimmy. I do understand that Yesun has were matched by true parents. Is it correct? Oh, you were the one who chose her spouse. Okay, sorry, forgive me about that. Okay, so since you choose a spouse for Yesun, so my question is, you chose a spouse for Yesun, What qualities did you consider? Okay, I will just ask in general. To choose a spouse for your child or your children, what will you consider is the most important qualities they must have? That's the question. Thank you.
Yeah, I think I have to give the floor to Auntie Shirley because
Okay.
she's actually the one who really very determined and very patient to find a way on how yes and have to be matched. Okay, Shirley.
Good evening again, everyone. For Yesun, actually, when True Father is still alive, the matching, I encouraged her to really join that matching, but she said she's not yet prepared. She wants to really finish her studies. And so, and then finally, uh, she told us that after True Father went to the Spirit, also no more chance. And then also True Mother gave once matching for second gen. And then she really wanted to finish her studies first. So Yeson is very practical also, not just like following absolutely like she said. Uh, so uh, actually our first choice for Yesun in her matching, I like to have my wish is not Yesun will be blessed or match or blessed with somebody who is very rich. Actually, when she was 16 years old, somebody approached us already. Anyway, this is personal. But Jimmy said she's still young. She's 16 years old. And then, and then after that, when she was 18 years old, again, somebody approached us. But then also we did not. And then there is a parents convocation also in Thailand. I also attended that. But the one who's supposed to be matched is very far. So, and some part in very far Europe. So I said, if Yeson will give birth, so it's very far for us to go there. So anyway, our first thinking is that we want her to be just near in Asia, just in Asia. And also we want to have a missionary also, the same spirit with us, so that there's no complication when Yeson will already start her family. This family has also missionary kind of thinking and spirit and heart, then it will be very easy for our family to unite. We have personally I have that kind of thinking. So even Yeson was supposed to be matched with a son of a businessman, but I said maybe businessman is not our line. So actually many times she was almost to be matched, but I'm very grateful again to Tita Ahara because she helped me to find a person who has a missionary background. So now Connie parents, they were missionary for many years in PG. Yeah, for many years with especially the wife, the Japanese wife, and also Mr. Yashiro has also that kind of missionary. So we are missionary, full-time missionary for long years. So I have that kind of thinking, and we prayed a lot. As I said, we make so many conditions to find that kind of person. Actually, it's 1 year. We 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 do some condition in order to find now Connie. And finally, God gave us that. Yeah, many times actually Yeson was supposed to be matched, and many approaches us also because they know Yeson many knows us also from America, from Korea, even in Europe, but this all not because I think God prepared Naukoni for Yeson. And really, we are very grateful for Naukoni family because they think about Chunbo. And, as you know, Chunbo is the most important thing that any blessed couples, or second gen or third gen will do, or any couple should do. So we are very grateful that we have now Connie this time because really we did not made a wrong decision to really Yeson will be blessed with now Connie as a missionary background, father and mother. They are really missionary, and I really love missionary. That's how we yeah, thank you very much. I don't know with Kuya Jimmy.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ate Shirley and Kuya Jimmy, for the very nice tip for choosing a spouse for our children. Divine.
Yes, thank you very much, Ate Shirley and Kuya Jamie, and also Mr. Peterson and Masumi-san. Really, and to all the parents who are here today, we really wanted to ask more questions, but if we do, maybe we have to stay all night long here. So, with that, we have come to the end of our question and answer breakout session today. Let's put our hands together to appreciate our beloved guest, parent of Ken, Mr. Peter, and Mrs. Masumi-san, and beloved parent of Houston, Kuya Jamie, and Ate Shirley. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate the time that you have invested into giving us guidance and answering our questions. And I'm sure that everyone has truly learned so much from your sharing. Thank you.
Yes, so before we go, I'm sure that many of you perhaps still have questions to ask, and perhaps your questions was not answered during the session. We are so sorry as we have so limited time. We hope that we'll have again another time to answer your questions in the live programs in the future. So I'd like to share
Yeah, thank you so much. So we are now moving on. This is the time for reflection from our parents. So we would like to welcome our the first person to give her reflection. Let's welcome Mr. Jolimar Juliano. A round of applause to him.
Good evening. Oh my God. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh. Good evening to everyone.
Good evening.
Actually, I would like to greet my spiritual parents, Tatang Jimmy and Nanay Shirley. They are my spiritual parents. Thank you very much. Can you hear me? It's
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
yes,
we can hear.
Yes, loud and clear.
On behalf of all Piljap in Japan, I hope I can represent. Actually, I was surprised. I never expect this to give reflection. And we would like to thank our Samonim and Dr. Yong for their amazing vision for second gen. So, my name is Julie Marliano and this is my wife, Akiko Miyaki. We have 5 children, 3 boys and 2 girls. So, about today, really, I never expect to give reflection. I hope I can inspire you. But Samonim and Dr. Yong really done many amazing things, especially to our Piljap members in Japan. Because our culture here, our lifestyle is completely different. So I've been here for 25 years and our life here is not a picnic life. life in Japan is very tough and difficult. Although we enjoy it, it's really hard. But the more our children grow up, the more I discover that the most difficult job is to become a parent. This is the most challenging job. Maybe not a job, maybe the most difficult task and the most difficult responsibility, because we are blessed. Can you hear?
Mute, Koy.
Mute.
I see, sorry. So it's okay now?
Yes.
And
Okay, go ahead.
the timing of Dr. Young's vision for second gene and for us parents was really perfect, because he has a very amazing ideas how to guide all of us. And this is very unique because some of his teachings and lectures and guidance are really different. Really, you can see it's simple and it's really applicable. It's really suited to all of us. And that's why they are very great leaders. And we're so grateful to them, because my daughter could join YLT for 1 year and 4 months. And it was through the experience that my daughter could understand who we are as his parents. And this is a great memory, because she's doing very great now. And thank you very much, Dr. Yong. And being a parent is really difficult job, because we want to bring our family, our ancestors together in the spirit world. That's why it's not easy. But through Dr. Yong's message, reading True Parents' words for 100 times, and sincere Jongsong, and True Parents and True Mothers, Yojong was really a very perfect time in this year 2020, because this is the most culminating part in our attendance to True Parents. And we are so grateful that we become tribal messiahs, and Dr. Yong's emphasized it so much to us. And I would like to always offer also gratitude to our Filipino-Japanese leaders here in Japan. And we're doing many good activities here. And I've been away with my other blessed families. I work very far, 500 kilometers away from home. So I never have actual contact with my family members in Macon. I stay far. So this internet Sunday service is really perfect for me. And because I don't need to come personally, I can see you, I can hear everyone. And anyway, life is still very good, even though being a parent is not easy, but it's really nice. I'm happy because our providence is really very bright. Being with our true parents and true mother at this time is the most exciting part. And I think that's all I can share.
Thank you very much for sharing that very wonderful insights or experience. Truly, becoming a parent is really fulfilling that God's hopes and dreams. So even without Adam and Eve, God would never be a parent. So that's true. Becoming a parent is also a tough task, but it is the beauty of life. And yes, thank you very much, Kuya Julimar. So now let's welcome. Again, I'm sorry. So let us now welcome another reflection from Malaysia, parents from Malaysia. Let's welcome, help me to welcome Mrs. Yi An Ni from Malaysia. Round of applause to her.
Okay, sorry about that. Yes, I very good evening, all the brothers and sisters. I so feel very grateful to have this opportunity give me to give the reflections. So to the this one online, the web pairing a lot of things. Today's to the Mrs. Young sharing, I feel that yes, two parents tradition is very important to the families because of the two parents tradition. So we can inherit and then we can pass through to the next generations and then to let the next generation to have the least legacy on. So I feel it's a very importance of the life of attendance. And then we need to become a good exemplary parents to our children to let them to learn and to let them to know about the two parents and the God's heart. To the all the just now the parents sharings, so I feel that it's very inspires and very good guidance to us and to let me learn more things and then to know how to prepare our children for the matching and blessings. So every time to the your reflection in the Malaysia, we really grateful for the all Asia Pacific parents and the second gen sharings, because through the sharings we can not only more information and then to your experience sharings, we also feel that this is a God heart, this is God love to us, and always feel that God is always guide us, always gives us inspiration and never give up of us. Important is we as a parents, we never give up our children. No matter we need to serve our children and save them, bring them back to the God person. This is our parents. And the parents' heart is never give. I feel very grateful to all the parents or the leaders for your certified, for your do a lot for terms and conditions and protect your children's, and then to the bring the result to the Asia Pacific. I feel very grateful to join this second year web page sharing, and then I feel very heart touching to your sharings. I feel that very close relationship and holistic relationship with yours. I feel that we as a all is a one family, and even we from the different country, but important is we want the heart, want to serve the two parents, want to bring the happiness to the two parents and to the gods. So because of this, so we feel that even with different country, even our heart is same. So I feel that very grateful and appreciate for your hardship, for your certified, for your investment, for this kind of the platform to let us to learn and then to get more information and update us time by time how to prepare the children for the blessing, what the qualification, and then what is the platform we need to prepare for as a parents' roles, and how we guide the children and how to build a relationship with the children also. So I'm really grateful to have this opportunity, because as a parent matching supporter in the Malaysia, it's not easy also to get the second gen, and I'm also a Malaysia also six children's parents, so it's not easy to get the each children's. So I feel very grateful to have this opportunity to learn, and thank you to the Sister Kuei Ping couple, so certified for the Malaysia second gen and guide them and raise them up. I'm very thankful to our national leader, Para Pingkong couple. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you very much, Mrs. C. Annie, for the wonderful sharing. Wow, we already finished the reflections. Perhaps most of you are now hungry or even might want to go to bed because in some part of the world already late. But I want you to still stay with us, because we're going to hear a very precious words from, as a closing remark from our Reverend Yutaka Yamada. Reverend Yamada is currently the Sub-Regional Director in Oceania. So please help me welcome Reverend Yutaka Yamada.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good
I'm really
evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Great.
I'm really happy to see some. I really miss you, everyone. Malaysian family, field job, Asia, Australia, Oceania. I'm really happy to see you. So really today is a precious or important day, especially our Dr. Yon and Mrs. Yon invested so much to Asian Pacific area. That's why I think because of them, 10 years ago and now totally changed their investment and really their love. That's why I think we can see many second gen couple and we can see also the future. So really I appreciate Dr. Yon and Mrs. Yon. And also good things is even Dr. Yon is going to USA, but Mrs. Yon is continuously staying in Asian Pacific. So I hope she also more invest to our family members and second generation. So I want some few things I want to share. Of course, our world of providence is important, but also our main purpose or point is really the blessing and also the lineage. That's why I also met many second generation. I'm doing interview and also I'm meeting with the parents. So I want to say, because today also many parents here, when we see our second generation, some second gen doesn't listen the parents' word, or no friend in the church, or already many problem in the outside. But really, our focus or important point is really save their lineage and also our future. That's why as the parents, we must not give them up. If parents give up, then really everything finish. That's why even our children going to the another way or challenging or difficulty, but our parents really should not give up. And if you have some problem, please don't think by yourself. Of course, first responsibility or important person is the parents for the children. But if difficult, please don't keep by yourself. They are also the children of true parents or children of heavenly parents. So we are as the community, we have to save and also we have to find. I see some parents already, children is grow up and already 25, 30 and still not receive blessing, not connect church. But we really have to concern together. And on another side is even some children want to receive blessing 18 years old, but because parent doesn't think so much. So even children wanted to receive that time, but she could not receive blessing and she missed the opportunity and she will find another person from the outside. That's why our parents' concept, really we have to focus how they can receive blessing, not only our children, even their grandchildren or grandchildren. This is really as the blessed family, we have to do and invest. And if you have difficulty, please find or please catch your leaders. Even leader doesn't like or even leader is difficult, but please visit and find and hold and continuously talk to your leaders until leader responds. Because we have to save the children's life and the future's lineage. And even also we have many blessed families. So until we get the answer, until our children receive blessing, or until we find a way, continuously we have to go and visit and approach in any kind of person. Then finally, we have to save them. So our great things today, already 230 parents is here. So you can approach 230 parents until get the answer, right? Everyone, you will help to another family, right?
Yes.
Yes.
We have to support
Yes.
and cooperate as the community. Then we can give the legacy or tradition to third generation and fourth generation. Already mother is trying to establish the third generation tradition. Now is a really big changing time. But if we can go smooth this era, then our children time or grandchildren time become more stable. That's why our all blessed family or leaders or also even elder second gen, we really totally unite together, cooperate together, and we have to really successful our blessing and save our children and even for future generation. So once again, really, I'm happy. And one more thing, because Dr. Young is going to USA, this is also good things. Now USA second gen community, blessed family community is connected directly to our Asian Pacific.
Yay.
That's why even we have to hold Dr. Yon. Even he's busy, but please help. Please do it together for our second generation future. Surely Dr. Yon should not cannot reject, right? We really totally unite together now, USA side and Asian Pacific, and we can lead the world second generation or future generation. So really appreciate. So all our brothers and sisters, blessed families, let's cooperate, share our difficulty, share support. Then let's show and return the happiness to our heavenly parents and children parents. So thank you for giving the opportunity. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Reverend
Thank you,
Yuta
Teresa.
Imada.
Thank you.
Yes, that's right. So we must not give up on our children. Thank you very much for that very insightful remarks. And at the same time, Reverend Yutaka said that we should approach the community. We should approach our, blessed families, our matching supporter, our leaders. Even they won't answer, still we have to go and search and approach them. Even now, Dr. Young will go to North America, still we have to go and catch him and ask guidance from him. I believe Dr. Young and all our leaders, our community will not reject this one. So I'd like to share this one. So okay. So now before we let you go, you can see in your screen there's a QR code. You can screenshot or you can scan it. And actually, this is also sent into your email. So please fill up the survey form. And also, please write your suggestions so that we could be able to improve. And so your suggestions are much, much appreciated. So, Matilda.
Finally, we would like to thank all the hardworking staff behind the scene. Please give them a round of applause, and thank you so much for your valuable contributions for making this web panel testimonial sharing 4.0 success. Thank you.
Yay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So,
Arigatou gozaimasu.
yes. Maybe for the news announcement at the end, I hope you can have the link from your respective regions to join tomorrow's farewell to our Dr. Young. So thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you
very much.
Thank you, guys.
Kamsahamnida.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being patient.